Welcome to my office. So if you haven't noticed, the monitors are dead behind me. That's because my computer fried this week. I know I promised I'd do a lot of stuff, but it's been a tough week in the office. So on Wednesday, late in the day, I'm working, trying to get some stuff done. Thankfully, I just finished a review and got that posted online and all edited. But pop, there goes the computer, shuts off. Do some look at it. Looks like the power supply went out. Took the motherboard, took the CPU, and took the SSD drive with it. So I was like, oh, okay, let's go order one. I can get one now. It's late in the day. I'll pay for 1 day shipping. Big realtor, retail place online. Like, I'll pay for it, 1 day shipping, get it Friday. I'll be back in business. Bad news. They ship it on Thursday. Say they gave it to UPS. UPS says, we don't have it. We never got it from you. And it's effectively lost in the mail. It took them a while to admit it was gone and be willing to refund me the money. It wasn't a cheap computer, it wasn't a crazy expensive computer, but I do video editing and other stuff, so I wanted something nice. So, in long story short, had to go to another retailer online, buy it there, but now it's Saturday, it's 4th of July weekend. I probably won't get it to Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Yeah, so I need kind of like a fog machine and some red spinning lights here to kind of show off that we're in emergency mode. But it gets a little worse than that, a little delay here. On Thursday, I was working, and all of a sudden the internet goes out. I'm like, oh great, internet's out, it's 10 in the morning, I have a full day working ahead of me. And I'm looking at it and call in, and they said noon, and then it was 2, and then it was 3, and didn't come back on to almost 7 p.m. at night. So Thursday was completely shot with no internet. So I've been running behind this week with reviews, with my computer being down, with no internet for a day. It really kind of taxes you. So got my old work laptop out here. Probably should get a new one at some point. This thing's getting kind of ancient a little bit. But I promise I'll get that video probably next week. I'm going to try to catch up once the new computer gets here. We'll see how that goes. Probably be a week or so until I can make a video showing off the whole office as I promised. But I'm working on it. So that's an update on Cord Cars News. We're in emergency power mode. Feel like I should be in the Enterprise with sirens and everything going off. But hey, if you're listening to this on Monday when I post this, or Tuesday, you got until Tuesday night at 11:59 p.m. Eastern to enter to win this Roku right here. It's a Roku SE. This was a limited edition Roku they released over Christmas. I ordered 2 and just kind of sat on this one for a while. Now I'm giving it away. You can win this Roku. Comes with an HDMI port and the RCA cables for older TVs. We'll do full HD, 1080p, all that through the HD port. Very nice. So you can get that, and the Cord Cars News t-shirts came in. It allows you to show off how much money you're saving with by canceling cable, and you can even go there, fill in the amount what you're saving, and ask people, hey, ask me how. Get some advertising out there for cord cutting, something that the cable companies do advertising, and let's get our own word out there. So I'll link to how to win that in the show notes on the bottom of YouTube, and of course over when I post this at cordcarsnews.com. So if you want to win that, check it out. You got until Tuesday the 5th, 11:59 p.m. Eastern to enter. So check it out and sign up. Well, let's dive into it. How can you save more money on internet? That's a big question I get is, hey, I'm a cord cutter, but I really want to save money on the internet now. Do you have any tips and tricks? I guess the second part of it is, can I be a cord cutter with no internet? And the answer is yes. You technically can be a cord cutter with no internet. You can get an antenna, buy DVDs. You can even go and buy your content through places that allow you to download it. Go to a library or coffee shop with an open Wi-Fi network and sit there until your movie finishes downloading. So yeah, you can be a cord cutter with no internet. That's very possible. And I'm kind of surprised. I think that's happening more and more than you would think, with cell phones and tablets having cell phone signals in it and hotspots on your phone. Wouldn't really recommend using your phone hotspot as a way to stream to a Roku and so forth, just because of the data caps. Most cell phone plans have a very small data cap that you can blow through in a day easily, and then you're paying a lot more than you would with a home internet. But so that's out of the way. Yes, you can do that. Now let's just quickly chat about the idea. I want to save money in my home internet right now. The one thing I would recommend right off the bat is be careful. They're going to say, hey, Mr. Jones, if you just go with internet only, it's going to cost you more money. I hear this all, well, you know, if I'd gone with internet only, they would have charged me $5 or $10 more than what I'm paying for internet now. Well, if you think about that, you know, they're not going to give you more for less. They just don't do that. They're going to give you more now, and then over the life of the contract, they're going to charge you more. In short, what they do is they'll tell you what the promotional rate is, make you agree to a 2-year contract, but not tell you that in a year, the price is going to double or triple. And you're on the hook for 2 years. The other thing is, you know, some of these promotional rates I hear only last 3 months now, at least the ones on the phone. I've heard people tell me that after 3 months, the rate goes up. After 6 months, the rates go up. Depends what company you are, but across the board, after the first year, your rates are going up. And it really is cheaper. I hear sometimes, oh, well, I'll just renew or call them and get a better deal. I'm hearing they're increasingly becoming less willing to do that for current subscribers. Allow you to re-up your contract before it's over. So be careful about that. I have broken down all these numbers in great detail, showing you off how, yes, these like bundles of local channels or the really small bundle of TV plus cable internet is a bad deal. When it comes down to it, the best deal is internet only, because currently for most providers, they allow you to agree to a 1-year contract with that for a fixed rate for a year. So you know for the entire length of your contract what the price is going to be. Yes, you know, you may be spending $5 more now the first year, but in the long run, when it triples, when you average it out across the monthly contract, it's by far cheaper. It's hard to talk about numbers, so I'm going to link to it in the show notes. You can go down there and take a look at it. So keep that in mind. Avoid the deals. The 2 points, okay, I went with internet only. I still want to save money. Here are 2 things you can do. Number 1 is stop renting your modem. A lot of people rent modems from their cable companies. On average, it's about $10 a month right now to rent it. Some places are $12 now, a few smaller companies. And other places, like where I am in Texas, if you rent a modem, that's actually taxable under their tax structure. So it's $10 for the modem here in Texas, plus $2 and change in taxes. So let's just say $12. That's $144 a year. If you rented that modem for 3 years, that's $432 a year for 3 years. That's a lot of money. How long have you been renting a modem? 5 years? 10 years? You know, I rented one for a very long time before I realized this. Amazon sells good modems for $50, $60 for many companies like Comcast, Time Warner, Charter, the list goes on and on. You can get a really good one for $100. So keep that in mind. You can buy that, and hey, $144 a month, or a year, excuse me, it will pay for all of a Netflix subscription and part of an Amazon Prime subscription, or wherever you want to go. Get a couple months free of Sling TV, of PlayStation Vue. You can get a month free there. So stop renting your modem. The number 2 option is pretty much most markets. Now, I lived in an area where selection on ISPs was limited, but pretty much most people have the option of at least 2 providers. The best deals are always going to be for new customers. And this may take a little time, it's a little bit of work, but one of the best ways to save money is to switch back and forth between multiple ISPs. So let's say I sign up with a cable company for a year. I do the year, my rate goes from whatever it was, it raises $20 a month. Call them, they're not willing to drop back to the old rate. Okay, well, I'm gonna go call my DSL company, who, you know, really DSL is fine. I use DSL right now for streaming. You don't need the speed of cable to just stream Netflix. And say, hey, I'm gonna sign up with them. I'm gonna get the new customer rate. I'll agree to a 1-year contract. I'll go there a year. At the end of that, I'll go back to Comcast, back and forth. Spend an hour or so on the phone. You could save several $100s a year by doing that. A little bit of work, not for everybody, but if you have the option, that's one way to save it. So stop renting your modem. Consider switching your ISP so you can get the new customer rate, which is always the best rate. And lastly, be careful of their temptation to try to get you to bundle for short-term gain just so they can lock you into a long-term rate and jack up your rates over the term of the contract, especially since they seem to be less willing to let you renew early for a new, better deal. So that's it today. I'm struggling today. I'm recording this on Sunday, trying to get it out before I go off to some family stuff, so no questions. And also with the broken computer and everything, I'm just behind. I'll be back to answering questions next week, but keep your eye on the YouTube page. I got some reviews coming up. Hopefully, if I get everything fixed and back up, I'll have them all up this week.